Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode, Marshman and his companion Kaylee headed into Pazuzu's tower to try to hunt down this fiend. He's the one who is draining the light from the wind crystal and is basically causing all the problems in this area, the Windia area. So, unfortunately though, even though we ran into Pazuzu, he's playing this game of hide and seek with us. Where if we encounter him, he basically just rides his elevator to a different floor. So we're gonna have to do what Dr. Otto told us. We're gonna have to find switches to block off different floors, and then that'll prevent Pazuzu from traveling to those floors. And then we can eventually trap him and defeat him for good. But before we can defeat him, we gotta go through a whole bunch of monsters. So yeah, his tower is crawling with monsters. So I'll show all the new ones off. And then, of course, when there's a large group, I'll just do them all off-screen. So, we ran into this guy earlier. When we got the arrow spell back in Doom Tower, and we were going from the Focus Tower into the Windia area. But we haven't seen him in a while, so I just figured I'd show him off. So, plus we didn't get to see that sprite in what monsters it brings up when we attack that sprite, so... So feel free to use your heal and cure potions because we're going to be getting a lot of them, and you have to have less than 99 to, you know, obviously pick up the ones in the treasure chest. So now the hooks they're on a different level, so we're gonna have to get them later. Yeah, the floors have different like levels to them, so there's gonna be a lot of backtracking and going around in this area, but it can get kind of confusing. But mainly, the thing to remember is you start on odd floors, and then you go up large staircases which take you to other odd floors. So this is going to take us from the 3rd floor to the 5th floor, and then there's going to be smaller staircases that take us down to the even floors. So basically what we're doing is we're going up all the way to the top of the 7th floor, and then we're going to work our way back down one floor at a time to the even floors, and the even floors are where we find those switches. So, here's a guy who looks like the Dullahan boss that we just defeated in the last area, Mount Gale. Much easier though, because he's not a boss. We'll finish him off. The most annoying enemies we haven't encountered yet, but we will shortly. They're those pink guys up here. Here, about to encounter them. These are sorcerers, because they can keep casting cure on themselves and healing themselves. So, yeah, if you if you're trying to take them out with the weapons, say Kaylee goes, hits one, then it'll cure itself, and then Marshman will go and hit it, and it may not, then the next one might cure itself, so it might take a long time to take out some of these battles. Now, of course, they'll just keep healing themselves. They're not going to be damaging you, but it is kind of annoying. It takes a lot of time. Luckily, they're weak to arrow, so one way you can get rid of them real quickly is just use have Marshman and Kaylee both cast the arrow spell, which I did that first time I fought them, but I'm going to take them out like one at a time here so we can see their stats up there. So, Weep versus Shootin' Wind. Later on, they become kind of annoying because, like on the 7th floor, there's another elevator there. On the 7th floor, they start appearing with the Beholder monsters. So if you try to use an arrow on them, the Beholder monsters reflect damage back when they're hit by a spell. So you might want to take out the Beholders first until there's only the sorcerers, and then finish the sorcerers off with the arrow spell. So every time we go on these like double staircases that takes you from like an odd floor to an odd floor, or an even floor to an even floor, there's going to be 3 encounters in them. Usually the same monsters, so... Those mana cores can be pretty annoying too. So here's where some of the enemy groups start changing a little bit. Like those mana cores up there will actually come with people hanging out with them. They won't become solo. The sorcerers start appearing with beholders. So I'll show some of those off in a little bit. Let's cross the gap here. The Thanatos monsters also appear sometimes with others. So, yeah, here we have the beholders or the sorcerers. So in order to kind of get rid of the eyes real quickly without using any magic, you can just throw a bomb. That'll deal some damage to the sorcerers, and should weaken them enough that Kaylee and Marshman can finish them off with their axes. So we took out the eye first, so it can't reflect any magic if we decide to use the arrow spell against them. So now there's a hook there in the middle. That'll eventually will get to that platform and shoot across to the north there, but that'll appear later on after we defeat the boss, Pazuzu. So right now it's kind of just a dead end, but we're gonna have to make our way back. We're doing a lot of backtracking and jumping around this tower because, like I said, Pazuzu's playing this hide and seek with us. So you can see the sorcerer's doing that annoying curing right there. So yeah, it's basically like we did nothing this round. We took out the Chimera, but nothing to the two sorcerers. So yeah, see this one, we hit it and then it healed itself back up. And depending on how fast we go where they go, it could have healed itself back up again. But yeah, as you can see, that one healed itself now. So yeah, I kept this battling because it kind of shows the annoyingness of these sorcerers, how they just keep healing themselves, and every time they use that cure spell, like our cure spells, when it's single targeted, it restores their hit points to full. Now, of course, they're not doing any damage, but they are taking up a whole bunch of time. So, speaking of time, these two episodes, I've actually split it into 2 parts, just because the capture card, if I run it real long, sometimes I start getting the corruption issues. So I split it into like 2 25-minute part and a 30-minute part, and then I combine them together in the Movie Maker. But yeah, it was like 50-some minutes that I was playing. Cut out a whole bunch of fighting though, so I just did a whole bunch of those enemies off screen there. Now we got 2 staircases, both lead to the next floor. Doesn't matter which one you go in. I'm going on this one because it leads right to some treasure right away. There's a new flare spell over there, but we're gonna get that. We could go over there and grab it, but I'm gonna have to, if I want to get all the treasure and all the enemies in this area, I'm gonna have to do some backtracking. So I'm going to just get that flare spell. Just that way, when we get back to this floor, you'll remember what floor it is. So, yeah, I'll clear out the enemies on the right side here, then go down the right side, get to another even level floor, and then basically work my way down the even level floors, and then come back up. Because like I said, these floors, like the odd floors, they're going to have a staircase that leads down, like those big staircases over to the left, that'll lead down 2 floors to the even floor, and then there's smaller staircases, like the one to the upper left there, they only go down 1 floor. So I'll be going down the both of those little stick-type staircases. And, finally, as we're going down, the reason why I want to go down to, even though we were already at the odd level floors, the reason why I want to go back to those odd level floors is because some of those odd level floors, there was like a raised area, like this one right here, that we couldn't reach from the way that we came up. So that staircase in the upper right, that one's just the one that led up to the roof again. Like I said, there was those 2 staircases. It didn't matter which one we take. I took the one on the bottom to get the treasure quick. So yeah, when we get to these type of staircases that have multiple things, that's the passageway that goes down 2 levels. So this takes us from 6 to 4. And then we'll find another one that takes us from 4 to 2. So yeah, just a lot of fighting in here, but hey, Marshman's gaining some levels, and that's good. The max level in this game is 41. After 41 though, you can gain experience, and all it does is it gives you more spell slots. So you can get up to, I think at level 40 you might have like 44 white magic spells, 22 black magic spells, and then I think 10 wizard spells. But then you can just keep gaining more experience, and you won't gain, stats or anything, but you will gain spell slots. If you max out your experience at 1,000,000, you will end up with 99 of each spell, so we'll do that for the bonus episode, but remember we have to use the axe. There's Pazuzu up there. We're cutting off the access to that elevator. Move up around here. We'll go down. We'll do that staircase a little bit later. Yeah, the main thing about this area is just, keeping track of all the staircases, because there's so many of them. There's ones that go up 2 floors, down 2 floors, ones that go up 1 floor, down 1 floor. Here we have another red treasure chest. I'm going to take off all these enemies off screen here. So finishing them off opens up this treasure chest, which has the Excalibur, the final weapon in the game, the strongest weapon. Now all we need to do is get a better shield and a better armor, and that'll max out our equipment. So, but yeah, I guess if for people who are kind of thinking ahead, you'd be like, well, if this is the last crystal, why aren't we having the best armor and best shield in here if this is the last crystal? Well, because there's going to be another one afterwards. So yeah, there's going to be, just like in Final Fantasy 1, we defeated the 4 fiends, we stole the 4 ores, but then there turned out to be a bigger bad behind everything. So, same case here. So we still have, even though we're restoring all of the crystals, there'll still be some dungeons to go through. Clearing out these guys here. All those things in the middle there is kind of weird. Those are just the elevator shaft. You can't really interact with it. It's just there for background. You kind of be like, how am I gonna get to that, where the little gray is, but you can't. So we hit most of the switches here. We're heading back up now. We're gonna go get that flare spell. There it is. We grabbed it. So we made that big loop around, finish off these monsters, and then we're just gonna head back down to the 4th floor again, and head down to the 2nd floor. The quickest way to do that is just take that double passageway over here to the left. And we'll end up back on the 4th floor, and we'll find the staircase to get down to the 2nd floor. So as we're making our way down these, we want to make sure that we hit every single one of those switches on the even floors. That'll prevent Pazuzu from running away. Eventually we'll be able to trap him on one of the lower floors, push him off. So take out all those gargoyles. And if we do encounter Pazuzu and we don't have him trapped, well, he just basically taunts us and says, "You can't catch me." And then he leaves. So, but we know he couldn't go up because we shut off access to the 6th floor. Cut off access now to the 4th floor. So he might be trapped on the 5th floor. We'll find out eventually. We still have a lot more to explore here, so yeah, this is a big long tower, so a lot of backtracking. So here's an annoying group here. Remember, if you use magic, the eyes will reflect it. Although the eyes are like the least of your trouble worrisome, so the least impressive enemy here. So you want to take care of those mana cores first. And then the Thanatos here. The eyes, the only thing they really do is they blind you, which can be annoying, but it's not, it doesn't even affect you actually that much, maybe like down to 50%. It's just a matter of wasting a healing spell at the end, or a healing potion, but we have plenty of them in reserve. So, right here on the 2nd floor, but we don't have much more time, so we're just going to head down here. There's another elevator that goes, there's another staircase that goes down to the 1st floor. That's where we're going to end up going later. We're just going to take this short one real quick here. Loot this treasure room. Get some more cure potions. Remember, 4 cure potions will basically heal up Marshman totally. So don't feel bad about using cure potions or heal potions, because there's so many in this area. So it always gives you a need to, farm those cure potions. You get so many in the game. So, well, here we are. This is where we'll leave off. We'll make a save here, and then we'll continue exploring these even floors, and hopefully we can trap Pazuzu and finish him off in the next episode. Take care. Have a good one. See you then. Bye.